I'm going to go over the door knocks for the turning 65 for day 2. Again, door knocks, turning 65, day 2. We go over a couple things. First of all, the distance. I went in. I went in an area of Greenville where I live, which is a fairly populated area for a small town. That's for sure. It's becoming not so small, and everything was right on top of each other. So I'm like getting in the car, getting out of the car, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I had an agent with me, and it was just work, just getting in and out of the car. So that in itself was annoying to get it, because they were literally right around the corner from each other. Another thing about that was, so okay. Another thing about that is the area that we went. It was a area of town where there's a lot of people working. There's a lot of working people. So we didn't meet many people. We went to 12 houses. It wasn't even 2 hours. I bet it was 2 hours on the top end. So I'm thinking I'm going out there for 8 hours. I'm in and out of that car so much in 2 hours. We made it out there. I guess it was around, I wasn't going to do 8 hours today, but I'm just saying in a full day, I'm thinking doing this for 8 hours. It would be hard to do 8 hours of that in a concentrated area, because again, you're in and out of that car so much. It's annoying. It really is. But the people in that area are work. It's a very blue collar area, not blue collar, but say working class, where people are working. So I had several interactions with people. One that the guy just he wasn't truthful with me at the door. And so I'm talking to him, but he really wasn't, he was contradicting himself, and he wasn't telling the truth. So there's really nothing I could do. But I was telling him, when he would say something, I would say, well, this is what you should do. And then he would make up another story so that what I say isn't valid. I'm sure we've all been there with that. Another guy, I woke him up, and I said, did I wake you? And he just looked at me and smiled like, why, yes, you did. And I'm not really happy about it, but he was okay. And I tried to get back with him, schedule an appointment, because again, these are worth scheduling appointments with. Normally I don't schedule appointments, but they're turning 65. These are working people, a lot of them. So you got the 401k rollovers maybe, but it's a good opportunity and worth scheduling a follow-up with. That's really, it has to happen when door knocking these. That I do know from past experience. So I'm going to go in an area. So 12 door knocks, much too fast. I burned through them way too fast. I had an agent with me. We're both like tired of getting in and out of the car. Probably I would have been better by myself, but the other agent with me is annoying me. I shouldn't say that, but it is annoying, because you get two people, you're both getting in and out of the car. It's just annoying. So I'm going to a couple things. I believe this is good Saturday work. So a Saturday, man, if you went out 8 hours on a Saturday, you couldn't see all those people because they would be home. But the other thing that I'm going to do, or the other thing that you should do, is go to a area where the people, maybe more people that are, shall I say, not working. The demographic is one where people aren't working as much. So in your geographic area, you're going to have to determine that. Now, so I would think here, I would just get a lesser income, maybe more people on disability, just people that are home. Maybe people that don't work. More people that don't work to begin with. I mean, it makes sense to me. So I'm using the agent activity report, and so I have actually put it on the wrong day, because I'm just now using this report for the first time this week. But really, these should be on Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 door knocks, 0 presentations, zero apps, zero commissions. But I did spend the earlier part of the day with an agent, and I took the agent out with me. We had some really good conversations. Here's one of the things that you might run into. And one of the things that I did run into, I got a guy, met him in his yard. He was burning leaves. I probably couldn't get him into the house because, you know, he's burning leaves. But he was on his wife's group plan. He's turning 65, but he is under the impression that he needs to be on his wife's group plan because that would be better. But I told him his wife is probably free, and then then his cost is probably something like $300-400 a month. That's how it often happens. So when you have somebody that retires, their spouse continues working, and they say, I'm going to stay on the spouse's plan, well, that does not mean that that's better than going to Medicare. They may be better off going off the spouse's plan unless they're not paying for Part B because they're on the spouse's plan. But if they elect and they take Part B, they're paying for Part B, and they're on their spouse's health plan, and they're paying a stiff premium for that, you know, it's probably you're probably going to be better off giving them a Medicare supplement. So okay, so the adjustments. So in that conversation, it's I pushed the point. I told him this. I said, look, you're $100 for a Plan G and a drug card. I mean, you know, that's nothing. You're probably paying more for that. And also on the spouse's health plan, they also probably have, if I even have audio here, I hope I do, but they probably have a higher deductible and higher maximum out of pocket. But I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm going to end this stream, and we'll talk to you guys later.